Greetings to all of humanity's reader. Joy, it's a pleasure. It's always my honor to be greeting you and always bringing this message of emancipation to you, where I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. That's the reason why I want to speak to you concerning the single eye consciousness. And if this message has been helping you in any way, I would like to remind you that you need to like, subscribe, comment, or even share this video, and also to support this work by allowing the ads to play for at least 30 seconds. So with that being said, now my brother and my sisters, I just want to go into this single eye consciousness that was started to Neville Goddard by Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia. Now, what I really want to get across to you is that the very first thing that Abdullah wanted Neville Goddard to know, so that he would be able to experience the single eye consciousness, is that he must first embrace himself as his Lord, his Savior, his Master, and his Redeemer. And he must do so by looking within, to discover that God is within, to discover that the Creator, the Redeemer, is within. And most of all, to understand that the entire theme of the Bible is dealing with the human imagination. And so, the single eye consciousness is actually another level of which Abdullah was teaching Neville Goddard from the start. And that is why, my brother and my sisters, many people are teaching the law, how you can manifest things in your life by using your imagination. Many were teaching the work of Neville Goddard, which he would have learned through Abdullah, failed to realize that the reason why many people believe that the Bible is literal and that the Bible is secular history, it is because the Bible was plagiarized and copied from Kemet, and because of that, many people does not know their true history, their true identity, their true nationality. And most of those people, they actually look like me. And Abdullah was looking like me, and Abdullah wanted to bring a message to them by way of symbology, so that it would resonate with them at the time, when the time comes, when they are ready. And this is the time that I believe that most people would be ready, because this is a time of great awakening. And this awakening is to bring those who are ready to come to the knowledge of the single eye consciousness. Now, this single eye consciousness have to do with the melanin that is in you, because based on the level of melanin that is in you would mean how fast you would experience this single eye consciousness. In other words, how fast you would transcend and come to discover your higher self. So my brother and my sisters, the main thing I want to get to you is that you must remember, even though the law is good to help you to ease the blow, or the blows that have been handed down to you by the false power of Caesar, your real power is knowing who you are. And the single eye consciousness will bring you into discovering who you are. For when you awake within yourself and discover that you are a spirit having a human experience, it will revolutionize you and it will change you forever. So, in short, Abdullah was preparing Neville Goddard to have the single eye consciousness experience, so that he will be able to share this truth with the rest of humanity, and that our people would recognize their ancestor story that was stolen and repackaged. And they are the ones who would realize what kind of message Abdullah was delivering through symbology when he speak about the Sphinx and speak about the pyramids. All of that is to show you that the law is based on Kemetic science. And what good it would be if you want to use Kemetic science or the science of the ancestors and you're not connected back to the ancestors by knowing who you are and knowing what our ancestors would have believed before and how they would have taught, man, know thyself. So my brother, my sisters, that's why I always teach you the single eye consciousness. The single eye consciousness is teaching you how to discover your God self and how to awake from the dead, awake from the wall of Caesar, which is the matrix that want to keep you in mental slavery. And that is why they interpret the Bible to you as literal and as secular history. But I have good news for you by saying to you, as Abdullah would have taught Neville Goddard, the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That is why I always end my videos by saying to you that this message I bring to you, it is the single eye, yes, the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says that if your eye be single, your whole body be full of light. And this single eye that will cause your whole body to be filled with light is the secret of our ancestors, even way back in antiquity, even before the Virgin Mary and Jesus story. So my brother, my sisters, that's why I always stress on how important it is for you to know who you are and to know your true spirituality. So when you have this experience of which I'm speaking, the single eye experience, it will expose the greatest lie that have ever been fed to humanity, which is the Jesus and Mary story. For when it happened to you, my brother, my sisters, you would hear that unearthly wind. You would ascend like a fiery being. You'll experience that great and mighty shaking also. And when you ascend, you burst your crown chakra and you become invisible. And you will realize that this whole experience is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N. And that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. For truly the sun, as in the S-U-N, parallels the human imagination. The human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And you're told that the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. You're told that in Psalms 84:11. And common sense will teach you that the sun has never withhold any good thing from humanity. For the sun is what powers all of humanity and give all of humanity its energy. Then in Malachi chapter 4 verses 2, you're told also that the Son of Righteousness shall arise in you with healing in his wings. And truly, when the sun arisen in you, that is the single eye consciousness awakening in you, and will bring healing to all of humanity, because true righteousness is when you discover the sun in you. So righteousness is not something you attain, but what you would have discovered. That's why my encouragement to you is to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your sun power, your God power, your creative power, which is actually sexual power. Use that power to achieve your every desire. For that was the message that was taught to Neville Goddard by our ancestor Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.